Hey folks, today I'm back doing an updated review and demo on this ONNAIS RV door lock. Now if you didn't catch it a few months back, I did a full detailed install and review on the first version of this lock that ONNAIS sent me. And so if you didn't catch that video, I'll put a card up above and a link in the description below. But you know, I was really impressed with that first version. There's so many unique features on this lock, but there was one feature that I noticed that was missing from that first version. In fact, several of the viewers in that initial video pointed it out in the comments below, and that was a static grab handle on the inside portion of the lock. I'm talking about this piece right here on the inside, so you can grab and pull the door shut as you're going in the RV. And this was actually missing from the first version. It just so happened that the RV I was installing it on had a nice lip right here that I could grab from the window, and that's typically how I shut the door on my previous RV, but I did notice that it was missing, and like I said, many of the viewers pointed it out in the comments. But I'm really impressed because ONNAIS actually went through and read all the comments and feedback on that first version in the video, and they revised this lock, and this, I'm going to call this version number 2. They've added this metal handle now off to the side that's very convenient and very easy to grab and pull the door shut. So I really still like this design overall. The install is the same, so because I previously did a detailed install video, I'm not going to do that again. Again, I'll put a card up for that and a link in the description below. But today I really just want to demo and point out all the unique features on this ONNAIS RV lock. And I also want to talk about my experience using the lock for about the last 4 months or so combined between my current RV and the previous one. And you know, the first thing that stands out to me about this lock is that the form factor itself is entirely different than any other RV lock that's on the market here. Just visually looking at it, it's completely different. And the first thing that really stands out to me about its design is notice how you've got a full keypad here. You've got 8 digits. Most of the other RV locks on the market are going to have just 4 possible digits. Sure, they'll have a 1/2 and a 3/4 and so forth, right? But that's still 1 digit on each of those buttons. Just because you memorize it as a different code and it has the 1/2, it's still one button. Notice here you've got 8 full buttons. And what makes that so significant is if you do the math on the possible combinations, you know, just from a security standpoint, and take a competing lock that only has 4 possible different buttons for your code and a code length, a pin length of 4 digits long. That means you only have 256 possible combinations. So the average RV lock on the market has 256 possible combinations, meaning that you could literally stand here. Someone could stand here trying to get into your RV and enter 256 different codes, and one of those is going to be your code. Here on the ONNAIS lock, because you've got 8 buttons and they require a minimum of 5 digits, if you do the math there, that means there are over, get this, 32,000 different combinations. That's the minimum. You can also do up to 10 characters long. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, purely from a security standpoint, would you rather have a lock on your RV that has only 256 possible combinations to get in, or one like this ONNAIS RV door lock that has over 32,000 possible combinations? And again, that's minimum, right? So I mean, this door lock is far more secure than the average RV door lock on the market, purely based on having this full keypad right here with the numbers. So much more secure. So really, that's the first thing that stands out to me about this RV door lock. The second thing is I like how the keypad is physical right here. So there's an actual click as you push each one of these buttons. There's also a beep if you've got the sound turned on. Of course, it lights up like you can see, but I really like that a lot compared to a touch screen or something that's more touch sensitive. This is a real nice physical feel to it. Now, the third thing that stands out to me that's really unique on this RV lock is this knob right here on the outside handle. So this is entirely unique to the ONNAIS. I don't think I've ever seen this design on any other RV lock on the market. You know, if you think about it, a typical RV lock, whether it's conventional or keyless, it's going to have two different keyholes, right? You're going to have one keyhole for the deadbolt, which this one's covered by a nice flap to keep dust and dirt out. But then you're going to have a second keyhole on your handle set up above. But if you think about it, when you're inside the RV, right, and you lock up your RV from the inside, you're not able to lock that handle set. In fact, here on this model, just like any other keyless lock, when you push the lock button, you're going to see the deadbolt comes out here, but the handle set is still unlocked, and that's for safety purposes. So ONNAIS thought, hey, you know what? People really aren't using the handle set lock unless they're in transit, driving down the road, right? And so let's just, instead of putting a keyhole here, just put a knob to lock the handle set in motion. And that way the lock truly is keyless. Because if you think about it, with all the other brands that are keyless, yes, you can lock that deadbolt with the key fob or the code, right? But you still have to pull out a key and unlock the handle set. And so that particularly impacts you on travel days. I know some people at a campsite, if they're leaving for the day, they might lock their handle set as an extra precaution. So of course you can't do that on this one. But for most people, we're just using this handle set to lock in motion, to keep the door from accidentally opening in case we forgot the deadbolt or something failed there. So I really like this design. It's really unique because instead of having a key here, they've just got a simple knob right here. And so then on travel days when you're in transit, you just lock that, put that in the lock position, and then it locks your handle set. Of course, you still lock the deadbolt as well. But I really like that feature because it truly is keyless. You don't have to then pull out your key each time. Now, the fourth thing that really stands out to me about this lock is this key fob. Check this out. This is what I'm going to call automotive styling. Now, I know that's kind of a buzzword right now in the RV industry. I don't know if Brinkley came up with that or another brand, but you know, it's all automotive styling on the outside. Well, I would call this key fob more automotive styling. I mean, it's real simple. It's a very unique design. In fact, the actual key is hidden inside the fob, just like a lot of keys. Now, I'm one-handed here, but basically you just push this button on the back and then the key comes out right here. And you can see it's a really nice looking key. So this is really unique. The key fob itself, I have tested it, and it works well over 100 feet away from the RV, so pretty much like your key fob on your car. But it's just real simple. It's got a lock and it lights up red, and then a green on the unlock, and of course the lock itself beeps each time. So it's a really nice key fob design. So those are the four main features that really make this ONNAIS lock unique from all the different locks on the RV market. But let me show you the inside real quickly here. It's got a nice handle here. This is all metal, by the way. And then check this out for the lock and unlock on the deadbolt. It's very clearly marked. You've got a nice big knob here to turn and just super easy to use. And then of course up here you've got some different buttons to change the settings. You can actually turn off the keyless portion here if you just want to disable that. And then behind here, it's going to run off of 4 AA batteries. Again, it's got that inside handle to grab. I will point out that if you've got a standard screen door, the knob here, it just barely protrudes enough to hinder this panel here. Depending on your RV, you might have a little more clearance right there, but most of us are leaving this open when we're accessing the door lock. So not really an issue, but just wanted to point that out. But I am really enjoying this lock here, especially the revised version. You know, I really like that enhanced security with the 32,000 plus possible combinations minimum here with this full keypad. And then to borrow the term, you know, automotive styling, it does have a really unique appearance here, both on the lock set and the key fob. So I think it's a really solid choice right now, which, by the way, if you haven't heard of ONNAIS before, they're not entirely a new company. They're new to the RV lock space, but they are best known for their gun safes. And if you think about it, gun safes and RV locks have a lot in common. So there's certainly no slouch in the industry. Anyways, like I said, I think this lock set is very unique right now in the RV space. There's really nothing else quite like it. And like I said, I've been using it for about the last 4 months combined on my 2 different RVs, and I plan to continue using it. But do me a favor, if you'd like to purchase this RV lock for your RV, I will include affiliate links in the description below. So I appreciate you using those to support the channel. And like I mentioned earlier, if you're interested in the install and the programming of the lock and everything, definitely check out the video that I did a few months ago. I'll put that in the description below as well. As always, thanks for watching.